I was watching a video from one of my favorite YouTubers named Timothy Ward where he talked about giving up on the American dream, and I couldn't agree more. If you follow me, then you know I'm big on just being regular. I really have no major ambitions, unfortunately. I don't really care about living the American dream. I just want to be. Yeah, I just want to exist. I really just want to exist. I got to this point maybe a year ago when I decided that I don't want to work for anyone, but I also don't want to be my own boss. I really don't desire a lot of the luxuries that we are supposed to want. I don't care about those kind of things. And I just decided I wanted to be average. Quick story. One time I got stuck in one of those MLM meetings. I don't know if you ever had a friend that reached out to you for a great opportunity with this company and it ended up being one of those MLM. Yeah, this was that. I went to the meeting and one of the coaches of this MLM asked, what is everyone's dream car? So everyone was so specific. I want the BMW i85, you know, I don't know, but all of those cars. So it was my turn. And I said, oh, I just want a Mercedes Benz. And she asked, what class? And I said, the sedan. And so she kind of giggled and said, okay, that's good enough. So immediately I go in my phone and I'm like, Mercedes-Benz class. And I found out that they had a class E, class C, all that stuff. It was at that moment that I realized I had really picked someone else's dream. I just chose what I heard everyone else say. I don't even think I really knew the difference between a BMW and a Mercedes-Benz, but I just said Mercedes-Benz. I don't know why I never sat in one, never drove one. Why is that my dream car? IDK. It just goes to show that a lot of the things we want and we desire are things that we actually don't want nor desire. We have been told to reach for the stars instead of just reaching for our targets. It's this thing about us always having to be exceptional, and I don't want to. I want no parts. I don't want to be exceptional. I just want to be regular. I want to live a regular life. Is that okay? You know, if the riches come to me, if I just so happen to be aligned for that, I'm okay with that. So it's not that I'm rejecting wealth or anything. It's just that I don't really want to work super hard for it. Now, of course, I have bills. I have a kid. I'm not able to just say I want to do nothing. I have to do something. However, I'm very content with my life right now, and I'm grateful to say that. I always was looking to be greater than where I was. You just have to think when you say that you want something, do you really want it? Have you ever tried it? Because once I saw the bills on the Mercedes-Benz, I decided that is not for me. That is not for Key. I wanted to kind of go over how I became content with the life I live now. If you're new here, I am a mother. I house hack. I have my mom renting a room, my sister renting the other room. I currently work part-time at my job. I only work 8 to 1. Absolutely love it. I beat traffic. Here is how I created my own dream, because not the American dream, but Kiana's dream. This is how I got here. The first thing I did was figure out what it was that I did not like about my life. Okay, starting with my job. We all, well, majority of us don't like working. I don't. It's not my favorite hobby, but we have to. However, I kept changing jobs thinking that the job was the problem until I got to number 16. I'm like, oh wow, I'm the problem because I'm not a good employee. I'm unfit. But how can I get around this? So instead of trying to change jobs and realizing that I just don't want to work, period, I decided, let me cut back my hours, because that was my main problem with my job. I didn't like the hours, and I didn't like the fact that I had to clock out at 5 o'clock, and then it was going to be traffic, and I was going to have to sit in traffic for about an hour and a half to get home. I was done with that life. You have to really sit down with yourself and decide, what is it that you want? What is it specifically for you and you only? Nobody else's dream, just yours. What would make you feel good? I'm going to be real with you and tell you, a lot of the things I wanted in life was to piss off other people. I had a goal to become rich and famous before my high school reunion. I knew, because I got bullied. I told y'all that my class made a burn book and I was voted most likely to be homeless. That motivated me every day. I just knew I was going to pull up in a tezzy. They don't even care about me. Like, they really don't. Social media is really the one that made me want to live a different life, because when you go on social media and you see an 8-year-old making slime glitter and they live in a giant mansion and have 7 cars before they can even drive, yeah, you do feel a little like crabby. I mean, it's human nature. It's, you know, we always compare ourselves, and that's just the truth. We're always going to compare ourselves to other people, and social media allows us into people's lives, but we don't really know the backstory. You know what I mean? Or we don't know how they really are feeling, if those things are making them happy, but we just assume because it's better than where we are right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I had to sit there and realize, like, my life is not that bad. You know, it may be bad in comparison to someone else's life or the life that someone desires, but my life is actually pretty good. And I hope that more people can find peace with just being regular, being average. It's not a bad thing. You know, you might not be the next Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, and that's okay. I don't feel that pressure anymore to be exceptional, to be the greatest of all time. I just want to be a good mom. I want to be a good person. I want to be able to have this platform forever and tell y'all new things. I'm happy. Now, here's something I would like to say to add to that, because a lot of people will act like, a lot of people will deny themselves of things that they actually want, or working towards goals that they actually want, just because they want to talk themselves into being average. Let me tell you something. Don't lie to yourself ever. Getting money and having the riches and all that stuff, I'm still wanting to manifest that. Don't get me wrong. But not with complications. Not with having to sacrifice my time. Not without having to sacrifice my mental health. I want wealth to come to me easy. If it does come, and if it is meant for me, I want it to come to me easy. I don't want to work hard for it. I really don't. And I had to be honest with myself. Some people gonna call me lazy, but I am. I really am. I'm not a hustler like that. And I had to be honest with myself. Why would I jump into something and I know I'm gonna hate it? You know, just like how when I went to college and I dropped out after a semester. I'm so embarrassed, but I hated college. I hated high school. God, that's what I'm saying. Just following everyone else's footsteps. I can't wear everyone else's shoes because I have small feet. Does that make sense? Did that analogy work? It felt like it did. But this is for the people who are trying to maintain a lifestyle that they love, but having to do things that they hate. Is it worth it? Is it worth your mental health? Is it worth your happiness? Is it worth the time being away from your kids and your family, your husband or your wife? Is it worth it? The whole point of this video is to get a bug in people's ear, to really evaluate their life and see exactly what they want out of life. I'm noticing a lot of adults taking gap years. I'm noticing a lot of adults downsizing their lives so they can have more time, so someone in the house can stop working, or both parties can work part-time. I think that's so important. More than anything, when it comes to life, the journey is always more fun than the destination. Every goal that I had for myself, working towards it was the best part. Let me take a drink on that. Working towards the goal was the best part. You don't want to keep setting goals that are just excelling your last goal, because that means you're going to forever be working towards the next best thing. Does that make sense? All I'm saying is, when you're setting goals, make sure they're for you. Make sure there's something that you really, really want to do. And find out what you want out of life. You know, I don't know if any of you journal, but if you do, that should be your journal topic of the day. What do I want? What do I want out of life? And if you don't know what you want out of life, what do you not want? What's something that you're doing right now that you wish could change? What's something that you would like to get rid of, or something that you would like to switch up? More than anything, I'm not saying that everyone has to opt out of the American dream, but find out what pieces you want out of the American dream, if any. Okay, so I'm done with this rant. I'm about to go eat dinner. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you all on the next video.